Multiple law enforcement agencies are preparing for the possibility of a Manhattan grand jury indicting former President Donald Trump as early as next week. WNBC's chief investigative reporter Jonathan Dientz was first to report the discussions at the federal, state, and local levels, described as precautionary and preliminary. That's according to 5 senior officials familiar with the preparations. No charges have been announced, but behind the scenes, officials are focused on how to secure the area around the criminal court building in Lower Manhattan for what could be an unprecedented moment: a former president in court arraigned before a judge. NBC News reached out to all of the agencies involved. All have declined to comment. All this as Trump's former lawyer and fixer Michael Cohen made 2 appearances in front of the grand jury this week. And current Trump attorney Joe Tacopina says his client did nothing wrong.
Legal scholars, former members of the Federal Election Committee have publicly stated there was no crime here.
The crux of the grand jury investigation, a $130,000 payment that Cohen made to Stormy Daniels before the 2016 campaign. He says was done at Trump's direction to keep her quiet about an alleged affair, and Trump later reimbursed him for it. Trump has denied the affair and says he relied on his lawyer's advice.
Payments were made, obviously.
Right. The legal question is whether the documentation of that payment on the books of the Trump Organization violated the law. The former president today pushing back ahead of any possible indictment.
We have to get our country back. The DOJ, the FBI, the local prosecutors should all stop.
And Laura, if the grand jury returns an indictment, tell us what would happen next.
So, Lester, in the typical case, an indictment would be filed under seal with the court. The defense team would be advised that their client, the defendant, should surrender, come in for fingerprinting, processing. That all happens at the district attorney's office behind closed doors. In this case, we're told by Trump's attorney, if the grand jury indicts, he would turn himself